More women die of cardiovascular disease than they do of breast cancer.
Wow.
But when you ask the question, more women are worried about breast cancer than they are of heart disease.
During my time working with Benecol, I've got to know Lynn, who is our expert today, and also you work with Heart UK. So we've got lots of questions to ask you. I think the first thing I'd like to know is, what do people not appreciate about heart disease?
Well, there's no such thing as a sudden heart attack. It's 30, 40 years in the making. So the sooner you can take healthy steps to improve your heart health, the better it is going to be in the long run. And also the fact that if you have high cholesterol for a longer period of time, then your risk is that much greater. So again, a simple message, keep cholesterol low for as long as possible.
Okay, and how do people do that? So talk to us about the diet. I mean, we've spoken to Aldo, but I want to hear from you.
Yeah, and I think with the diet, I mean, it's really interesting to hear, you know, what you cut out. Whereas actually, you've all been talking about food being a really important part. It should still be enjoyable. And it's not about cutting out things, it's about eating more of things. And I think if we can get that into the mindset that you can actually eat more of certain foods. So simply, the foundations for a diet that can help lower cholesterol is to cut down on the saturated fat, which is often referred to as the bad fat, and eat more of the healthy fats and eat more fibre as well.
Aldo, what do you want to know? You've got an expert here, Lynn.
Lynn, you are a lifesaver for so many people. I've known you for a while now, and I do take your recommendations, one of which I wanted to ask you about. You just said that it's like a long time coming. Mm-hmm. So it's a silent killer.
Yeah.
So how do we control that?
I think when it comes to cholesterol, there are no signs, typically no signs and symptoms of having high cholesterol. The only way you can know if you've got it is if you get tested. So currently in England, anyone between the ages of 40 and 74 is entitled to a free NHS health check. So they'll look at cholesterol and other risk factors for cardiovascular disease, and we'll look at your overall risk. And if your cholesterol is high or slightly elevated, the first thing that is recommended is diet and lifestyle. Usually it's about 3 to 4 months to see if by changing your diet you'll get that cholesterol down.
Yeah.
And Anna, your questions. What did you want to know? Is there anything that's pressing?
Yeah, I'm curious to understand a little bit more around women and high cholesterol, because I think stereotypically we associate it with men, but I have high cholesterol, and I think particularly being a young woman diagnosed in my 30s, I'm now in my 40s, and I'm starting to enter that perimenopausal phase, and my friends are as well. And I'm aware that the statistics around high cholesterol and menopause, there is a link.
Yes, absolutely. And I think the fact that you had your cholesterol tested because there is that family history, and that is the recommendations. If there is a family history, then go and get it tested when you're younger. But around the menopause, cholesterol levels, as well, unfortunately, as other risk factors for heart disease, go up. And so it means that women are at far greater risk of heart disease after the menopause than they are before. More women die of cardiovascular disease than they do of breast cancer.
Wow.
But when you ask the question, more women are worried about breast cancer than they are of heart disease.